Breaking: Gunther fined and suspended indefinitely after assaulting WWE commentary team. Hey everyone, welcome back. Today we've got some truly surprising and heartwarming news from the WWE Universe. This is not a storyline. This is not part of a match. This is real disciplinary action handed down by WWE management. In a shocking and unprecedented move, Gunther, once known as the pride of the mat and the longest-reigning Intercontinental Champion of all time, has officially been fined an undisclosed amount and suspended indefinitely for his violent outburst on last week's episode of Monday Night Raw. The footage shocked fans, rattled WWE officials, and left our commentary team shaken, both physically and emotionally. What happened? Why did it happen? And where do we go from here? Let's break it all down. The incident. It was supposed to be another electrifying edition of Monday Night Raw. The crowd was alive, the energy was unmatched, and we were midway through a high-octane match featuring Ricochet taking on Ludwig Kaiser when the unthinkable happened. At ringside, Michael Cole and Wade Barrett were doing their jobs, narrating the action, giving context, and hyping the stakes. But suddenly, the camera panned to the entrance ramp. There he was, Gunther, storming toward the ring with a fury we haven't seen from him since his NXT UK days. Ricochet had just secured a quick roll-up victory over Kaiser, and the celebration was short-lived. Gunther leapt into the ring and brutally attacked Ricochet with a barrage of vicious chops, stomps, and a thunderous powerbomb that echoed throughout the arena. The crowd was stunned, unsure whether it was scripted or real. But then, Gunther's rage turned elsewhere. He slid out of the ring and marched directly toward the commentary desk. Without warning, he flipped the announce table, sending monitors and cables flying. Michael Cole was knocked from his chair, visibly dazed. Wade Barrett tried to intervene, but Gunther grabbed him by the collar and delivered a thunderous chop to the chest that left him crumpled on the floor. Security rushed to the scene, but Gunther shoved two officials away before finally being restrained. The chaos was so jarring that Raw had to cut to commercial early. Social media exploded. The aftermath. Immediately after Raw went off the air, WWE officials were in crisis mode. Backstage sources reported that Triple H was furious, not just because of the attack, but because it jeopardized the safety of announcers and production crew. People who aren't trained to take bumps, and never should. Michael Cole reportedly suffered a mild concussion and bruised ribs, while Wade Barrett was later confirmed to have a fractured sternum due to the impact of Gunther's chop. The locker room was divided. Some superstars defended Gunther, saying he's been mentally unraveling since losing the Intercontinental Championship months ago. Others, like Sami Zayn and Drew McIntyre, publicly condemned his actions, with McIntyre tweeting, "There's a line, and he crossed it. You don't touch the commentary team. That's sacred." By Tuesday afternoon, WWE released an official statement. Effective immediately, Gunther has been fined an undisclosed amount and suspended indefinitely for his actions against WWE personnel during the May 5th broadcast of Monday Night Raw. WWE has a zero-tolerance policy toward violence outside the parameters of sanctioned competition. Fans were shocked. Some applauded WWE's decision to take a hard stance. Others asked the obvious question: what happened to Gunther? Why did Gunther snap? To understand what drove Gunther to this breaking point, we have to go back. After dominating WWE's mid-card scene for over 600 days, Gunther lost the Intercontinental Championship to Chad Gable in a stunning upset at WrestleMania 41. It was a match of the year candidate. But that loss shook something deep in Gunther's identity. For a man who prided himself on discipline, control, and respect for tradition, the loss symbolized weakness. And weakness is something Gunther has never tolerated. Following WrestleMania, Gunther vanished from WWE programming for nearly a month. No promos, no vignettes, no backstage appearances. Then, he returned, but something was different. He wasn't methodical or composed anymore. He was volatile. In a backstage segment weeks ago, he yelled at Kaiser and Vinci for embarrassing Imperium. He claimed WWE had turned into a circus, and that the commentary team was to blame for enabling clowns like R-Truth and LA Knight. "They laugh," he growled, "while this sacred ring is turned into a joke." His disdain for the commentary team grew louder week by week. He interrupted interviews, trashed backstage equipment, and cut bitter promos against what he called WWE's weak entertainment-first culture. And then he snapped. Triple H responds. On WWE's official YouTube channel, a special unscheduled press conference was posted featuring Paul Triple H Levesque. The game did not mince words. I don't care if you're a Hall of Famer, a future main eventer, or a multi-time champion. You do not attack the people who work their tails off behind the scenes. What Gunther did was disgraceful, and I've personally signed off on his indefinite suspension. Triple H confirmed that Gunther is not welcome backstage at any live events or in any media-related appearances moving forward. When asked if Gunther could be fired, Triple H responded, "We're evaluating everything. Right now, it's about accountability and safety." He praised Michael Cole and Wade Barrett for their professionalism and confirmed both would be taking a few weeks off to recover. Triple H then added something chilling. "This isn't the Gunther I knew. This is someone who let rage consume him. That's dangerous, not just to others, but to himself." Locker room reactions. The WWE locker room is no stranger to backstage heat, but Gunther's actions have caused a deeper rift than usual. Chad Gable, who defeated Gunther at WrestleMania, tweeted, "You held that title with pride. You brought prestige back. But this isn't the ring general. This is a man lost." Sami Zayn went live on Instagram to address the incident. "We've all been there, pushed to the edge, feeling disrespected. But what you did, Gunther, that's not passion, that's violence. And it hurt good people." Even Kevin Owens, known for his temper, posted, "The commentary team gives their all every night. They hype us up. They help tell our stories. You don't put your hands on them, ever." However, not all reactions were negative. Ludwig Kaiser, Gunther's loyal ally, defended him in a backstage interview. He's frustrated. He feels betrayed by this company. Don't mistake his actions for chaos. They're a cry for order. One potential path forward could be a major redemption arc. The WWE Universe loves a good comeback. But for that to happen, Gunther will need to own his mistakes, apologize publicly, and possibly even serve as a cautionary tale for others who toe the line between passion and destruction. There's also talk of a return in a new character role, one that leans into his darkness and instability. A man cast out, rejected, dangerous. It would be a risky angle, but one that could capture the attention of fans if executed carefully. Will we ever see the Ring General return? Will he be allowed to redeem himself? Or has Gunther officially written his own exit from WWE? Only time will tell. Until then, stay tuned. Because in WWE, reality is sometimes the biggest swerve of all.